Hello there, and welcome back to Aqua Plays Dragon Age Origins. Last we left off, we had just left Lothering and made camp for the first time. So now, before we continue, I'd like to just go ahead and catch up on the codexes real quick here. I'll just skim through those really fast here. So yeah, just bears, Genlock, most common darkspawn, Herlock. Yeah, and we know like the Genlock are like the dwarves, Herlock are the like humans, based, which we find out later on how that comes to be. And then ogres, who are the Kunari, which is why they're not nearly as common here. Giant spiders, we see a lot of those in this game. And then wolves, pretty straightforward. I mean, there's a lot of lore here we could dig into, but I don't think it's really that important right now. Items, okay, this is specific. This is that shield. Oh yeah, Havard, Mathrath's closest friend. Mathrath was like the husband of Andraste who betrayed her and everything, kind of like the Judas in this setting or whatever, I suppose. Right, so then we have the Maker. Yeah, it's just like a long part of the chant or whatever here. The Imperial Chantry. Oh, and this is about how those into Vinter, like they have male priests instead of female, and they, the mages rule rather than being made to serve under the chantry and everything like here in Ferelden. And then we have Sacred Ashes of Andraste, which is what we're going to be going to find here eventually. Chastened, who lived in like the Kokari wilds and whatnot. Lothering. In ancient times, Lothering was little more than a trading post that served the fortress of Ostegard to the south. Nowadays it is larger, serving Redcliffe and the community of merchants and surface doors near Orzammar. Its location on the North Road gives it strategic value, so control of Lothering has historically been a matter of contention between the southern Banorn and the Southreach Arling. King Callan had himself stepped in and awarded the town to Southreach in the Exalted Age, which has largely ended the feud, or at least the appearance of it. Yeah, and obviously, I mean, that's not really important anymore because Lothering is destroyed. I actually don't remember if we ever hear about whether Lothering gets, like, rebuilt in the later games at all, or if it just stays ruined. Do not remember, because I know, they, like, rebuild Haven and everything. And then when we end up there in Inquisition for the first part of it, but I do not remember anything about Lothering. So I guess we'll find out. And then, these are just the different characters, which we will kind of just come to learn more about over time here anyway. So we'll just go ahead and go through and check those off here. And this is, I guess, like particular books. So Adventures of the Black Fox, interesting. Of the history of the Chantry. This is a little more important to the overall story, so I might go through this a little bit more here. So the First Blight devastated the Tinverner Imperium. Not only had the Darkspawn ravaged the countryside, but Diffender citizens had to face the fact that their own gods had turned against them. Dumat, the old god once known as the Dragon of Silence, had risen to silence the world, and despite the frenzied pleas for help, the other old gods did nothing. The people of the Imperium began to question their faith, murdering priests and burning temples to punish their gods for not returning to help. In those days, even after the devastation of the First Blight, the Imperium stretched across the known world. Fringed with the barbarian tribes, the Imperium was well prepared for invasions and attacks from without. Fitting, then, that the story of its downfall begins from within. The people of the far northern and eastern reaches of the Imperium rose up against their powerful overlords in rebellion. The Defender Magisters summoned demons to put down these small rebellions, leaving corpses to burn as examples to all who would dare revolt. The Imperium began to tear itself apart from within, throngs of angry and disillusioned citizens doing what centuries of opposing armies could not. But the Magisters were confident in their power, and they could not imagine surviving a blight only to be destroyed by their own subjects. Even after the Blight, Tevinter commanded an army larger than that of any other organized nation in Thedas, but that army was scattered and its morale dwindling. The ruin of Tevinter was such that the Alamari barbarians, who had spread their clans and holds over the wilderness of the Ferelden Valley at the far southeast edge of the Imperium, saw weakness in their enemy, and, after an age of oppression, embarked on a campaign not only to free their own lands, but to bring down mighty Tevinter as well. The leaders of that blessed campaign were the great barbarian warlord, Mafrath, and his wife, Andraste. Their dreams and ambitions would change the world forever. And as usual, it's by Brother Genetivi, like most of the stuff in this game, and possibly some of the lore in the other games. I can't remember if Brother Genetivi pops up as much in 2 and Inquisition or not. Wonder if we'll see his name at all in Dragon Age 4. And then the first Blight, Chapter 1. I guess this is a little more important one too, so maybe I'll go through this one real quick. So, Thedas is a land of fierce diversity, from the assassin princes of Antiva to the fated griffins of the Androfels, but in my travels I have found one tale that unites the people of this land. It is a story of pride and damnation, and although the telling differs, the essence of the tale remains the same. At the height of its power, the Tevinter Imperium stretched over much of Thedas, uniting the known world under the rule of the tyrannical Magisters. It is said that the old gods whom the Magisters worshipped gave them the knowledge of blood magic, and the Magisters used this forbidden power to cement their rule. The blood of elven slaves and humans alike ran down imperial altars to fuel Magister greed. The tales of their excesses is so horrifying that one can only be grateful that blood magic is prohibited today. But all that stands tall must eventually fall. Perhaps they foresaw their ruin, or perhaps their pride knew no bounds, but whatever the reason, the Magisters dared to open a magical portal into the Golden City at the heart of the Fade. They sought to usurp the Maker's throne, long left unattended in the Golden City after the Maker turned his back on his creations. They would storm heaven itself with their power and become as gods. This is what the Chantry, in its oft-exercised tendency to understate, refers to as the second sin. According to most versions of the tale, the Magisters did indeed reach the Golden City and walked into the home of the Maker, where no living being before them had dared or been able to tread. But humanity is not meant to walk in heaven. The Magisters were wicked with pride and other sins, and their presence tainted the Golden City. What once was a perfect, holy citadel became a twisted home of darkness and nightmares. The Magisters were expelled back through their gateway and cursed for their treachery. As the Golden City had been tainted, so were the Magisters twisted and transformed into things of darkness, the very first of the Darkspawn. The Golden City, once a shining beacon at the heart of the Fade, became the Black City, a reminder of all that man's pride has cost. Right. And of course, we've learned more and more about that over the course of the games here, so we'll continue to build on that here. And yeah, tactics. So this is just gameplay stuff. We'll just go ahead and mark all these off here. And then quest related. Letter from the Blackstone Irregulars. Let me see, what is this? To the inimitable Grey Warden, your deeds have spread since the tragedy of Ostagar, and I find myself in need of one such as you. I am Raelnor, captain of the venerable Blackstone Irregulars, and I hope to win your trust. The Irregulars have come on hard times since the war with Orlais, but I have fought to improve their reputation. Gone are the days of my father's shady deals with unscrupulous nobles in Denram. No, I have trained a guild filled with honorable men ready to fight for Ferelden, and I am proud to say that I have seen your own Grey Wardens as a sort of model. We are not perfect. My own son advocates a move back to the more lucrative way my father ran the guild, but we are steadfast. It is in this context that I ask for your help, and I promise we will reward you accordingly. Should you be willing, please find letters in this box and others like it all over the land, and carry out the requests therein. For this matter, consider requests from my son as if they came from myself. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart, whether you choose to assist us or not. You are doing the Maker's work, Warden, and I am honored to work with you, Raelnor. And then the Blackstone Letter of Conscription, which is what we're like handing out to people. You were receiving this letter because you were someone else. Yeah, place your pledge. Yeah, basically just telling them that they've been conscripted. And then Maleficarum regrets. I won't go back. Let them hunt and dread finding me. But you, Melis, should not live this life. It would please me if you found a life in the Circle Tower. I left a few things there, mostly stolen from the enchanters. Sell them to fund a new path. The cache is in the study area, middle alcove. Goodbye. bell grooves. Okay, so that's like a cache we can find when we eventually go through the circle tower, I guess. Anyways, that's all of that for now. Now we can go around and chat it up with our companions here for the first time here for a little bit. So I guess let's start with Leona over here.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Let's see. This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
Let's see. So it's just a dream? Why say it's a vision?
I have had dreams. This was different somehow. When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Let's see. And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
The Chantry says the Maker has left us.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me?
Are you saying the Chantry is wrong?
They said my ideas were blasphemy. But is it so bad if what I believe gives me comfort? If it could give someone else comfort? I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
Yeah, like I mentioned before, Visella was obviously raised under the beliefs of the Chantries, and she's like still would consider herself Andrastian, but she's not really super devout in her beliefs, mostly because of her being a mage and not wanting to be like chained, and so keeping it secret, and so like she kind of believes, but also like is kind of hesitant. So I think she'd be pretty open to Liliana's beliefs here. Her like supposed blasphemy, like she wouldn't like be particularly put off by it, but I don't know that she'd still be skeptical of it though at the same time, I suppose. Anyways, let's maybe talk to her one more time here.
Yes?
Let's see.
Here I am.
What was life like in the Chantry cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Let's see. Yes, they tend to be self-righteous.
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
What did you say to them?
What can I say to them? What they believe is what the Chantry says, and the Chantry is infallible, yes? Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men. not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Quite right, Liliana. We'll leave you for now and go chat it up with Alistair here.
What do you need?
Do you want to talk about Duncan?
You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did.
That doesn't mean I don't mourn his loss.
I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything. I'm sorry.
Just don't let it happen again.
Don't worry. So long as we're looking at taking down that bastard Loghain, I won't be losing any sleep at night. And thanks for the warm concern. For a moment there, I thought you might actually have cared.
Whoops, a little bit of disapproval there, because she let her Ice Queen nature slip through a little too much there. But okay, let's talk about something else, Alistair.
What do you need? Ask away.
So you said this Arl Eamon raised you?
Oh, did I say that? I meant that dogs raised me. Giant slobbering dogs from the Anderfells. A whole pack of them, in fact.
That's not what I remember you telling Flemeth.
Well, if you're going to go and pay attention to the facts, then fine. Let's see, how do I explain this? I'm a bastard. And before you make any smart comments, I mean the fatherless kind. My mother was a serving girl in Redcliffe Castle who died when I was very young. Arl Eamon wasn't my father, but he took me in anyhow and put a roof over my head. He was good to me, and he didn't have to be. I respect the man, and I don't blame him anymore for sending me off to the Chantry once I was old enough.
He wasn't your father, so you know who is?
I know who I was told was my father. He died even before my mother did, anyhow. It isn't important. Arl Eamon eventually married a young woman from Orlais, which caused all sorts of problems between him and the king because it was so soon after the war. But he loved her. Anyhow, then you, Arlessa, resented the rumors which pegged me as his bastard. They weren't true, but of course they existed. The Arl didn't care, but she did. So off I was packed to the nearest monastery at age 10, just as well. The Arlessa made sure the castle wasn't a home to me by that point. She despised me.
Wasn't it inappropriate for the Arl to raise an orphan?
Probably. It was just a kindness he did to a woman who had served him anyway. I didn't sleep on silk sheets in the keep or anything. I remember I had an amulet with Andraste's holy symbol on it. The only thing I had of my mother's. I was so furious at being sent away, I tore it off and threw it at the wall and it shattered. Stupid thing to do. The Arl came by the monastery a few times to see how I was, but I was stubborn. I hated it there, and blamed him for everything. And eventually, he just stopped coming.
Are you sure he isn't your father?
Yes, I'm quite sure. At any rate, I don't look anything like him. You'll see for yourself. Not that it stopped the rumors any. All I know is that the Arl is a good man, and well loved by the people. He also was King Caelan's uncle, so he has a personal motivation to see Loghain pay for what he did. Anyway, that's really all there is to the story.
Codex updated. Just Alistair's codex, okay. There's another something down here. Okay. Alright. Let's move on for now then. Hey Griffin. You being a good boy and guarding the camp over here.
Oh, why you little?
Are you harassing my dog?
Me? Harassing your dog? I should say it's the other way round. Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Well, he is a war dog.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the Hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
I'd never feed you another human being.
It's not cannibalism if he's eating it, you know.
Good boy. Alright, let's see who else. We got Stan over here.
Why are we stopping?
Let's just get a few things straight.
There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
I need to know if I can trust you at my back.
I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises.
You said you were in the army.
I am.
Why would the Kunari send soldiers here?
The Antam are the eyes, hands, and mouth of the Kunari. We are how my people know the world.
You didn't really answer my question.
No, I didn't.
Are you always this stubborn?
Yes. There is no point to this. We are keeping the darkspawn waiting.
What's your hurry?
What a strange language you speak. You say hurry where I would say duty.
It is not your duty to handle the blight, though.
No, it is yours, and you are chatting with me instead.
Alright, we should get moving.
As you wish.
I'll talk more later, Stan. Let's see. Morgan over here. Off by herself, as always. With her collection of weird potions and stuff here.
What do you wish of me?
I'd like to ask you something.
If you must.
Did you grow up in the Kokari Wilds?
Why do you ask me such questions? I do not probe you for pointless information, do I?
You could if you wanted to.
Oh, what luck. What is it you asked if I grew up in the wilds? A curious question. Where else would you picture me? For many years it was simply Flemeth and I. The wilds and its creatures were more real to me than Flemeth's tales of the world of man. In time, I grew curious. I left the wilds to explore what lay beyond, never for long. Brief forays into a civilized wilderness.
And you remained unnoticed?
For the most part. Flemeth taught me well. For all that I had been taught, however, the truth of the civilized lands proved to be overwhelming. I was unfamiliar with so much. So confident and bold was I, yet there was much that Flemeth could never have prepared me for.
You must have looked quite the fool.
I think not. I am no frail flower wilting at the first heat. Only once was I accused of being a witch of the wilds, and that by a chastened who happened to be traveling with a merchant caravan. He pointed and gasped and began shouting in his strange language, and most assumed he was casting some curse upon me. I acted the terrified girl, and naturally, he was arrested.
That was quick thinking.
Men are always willing to believe two things about a woman. One, that she is weak, and two, that she finds him attractive. I played the weakling and battered my eyelashes at the captain of the guard. Child's play. The point being that I was able to move through human lands fairly easily. Whatever humans think a witch of the wild looks like, 'tis not I. Not that I did not have trouble. There are things about human society which have always puzzled me, such as the touching. Why all the touching for a simple greeting?
Let's see. Touching, like a handshake?
To begin with, yes. What is the point of touching my hand? I find it an offensive intrusion. There were many nuances that Flemeth could never tell me of. When to look into another's eyes. How to eat at a table. How to bargain without offending. None of these things I knew. I still do not understand it all, truth be told, but then I gave up long ago any hope of doing so. When I returned to the wilds last, I swore to Flemeth that I had no intention of leaving again.
Yet here you are?
Yes, here I am. Well, let's get on with it before the ground opens up and swallows us, yes?
A little bit of disapproval there. Let's do one more.
What do you wish of me? If you must.
Have you ever been hunted by the Chantry?
My mother has been hunted from time to time, yes, by Templar fools like Alistair, which should tell you how successful they generally were. Flemeth made a bit of a game of it, in fact. The Templars would come again, and she would look at me and smile and say that the fun was to begin once more.
You really had no trouble with them?
I am unsure. I was too young to understand, and perhaps 'twas bravado on Flemeth's part, or perhaps she was merely amused. I will never know. Flemeth would warn them, once. 'Twas a warning they inevitably failed to heed. And then the true game began. Often Flemeth would use me as bait. A little girl to scream and run and lure the Templars deeper into the wilds and to their doom.
Surely more would have followed.
Sometimes. Eventually. Thankfully, the wilds is a vast place. Once they found us, Flemeth would simply move us elsewhere and we would be lost within the forest once again. I did not understand the danger we faced until I was much older. I had never heard of apostates or maleficarum.
They got what they deserved.
Perhaps they did. Still, I do not begrudge them doing what they believe is necessary. The Chantry sees any mages not leashed to the Circle of Magi as apostates. And apostates could become maleficarum, evil mages that resort to blood magic and become demon-enslaved abominations. It may even be true. Still, those of us who prefer freedom see no reason to submit.
I agree completely.
An interesting answer for a mage. Enough of this talk. Let us return to the task at hand.
Yep, I am a mage, and secretly an apostate, just like you, Morgan, even though not fully recognized within the game, of course, because it's a mod, but yes, Morgan and I are very like minds. This game, this playthrough. Anyways, so we've chatted up with all our companions for the moment, so I guess let's go grab this quest here.
You're a hard woman to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the Coins? Levy the Trader?
Dryden's a black name. Your family lost its land and titles.
But Tairn Cuslin's daughter should be well aware that in politics things are seldom as they seem. Say what you will of my family, we're ardent Warden supporters and have been since the beginning. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's... well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
What promise did Duncan make to you?
Well, as you know, my family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last Warden commander of Ferelden back when the Wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Arland banished the Wardens, and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What happened next?
Hard to say. After King Arland died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm surprised you kept your name.
Our family's only crime was guarding the kingdom against the Blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favor did you ask of Duncan?
I asked for the truth. My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
I've never even heard of Soldier's Peak.
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
How will reclaiming the Pink help the Wardens?
Soldier's Peak is strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost Warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
What do you need from me?
I can pick my way through the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it, at least?
I'll think about it. Okay, I added the quest there, but we've got to agree to help, I guess, but I guess we'll hold off on that for now. Oh yeah, we gotta talk to them. I'm aware. That's what we're going on to next here.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennick, at your service, once again. Now, before you say anything, I do recall that your business is private. But I saw your camp and couldn't help but stop. Is there anywhere safer to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
Have you been following us?
Following you? I'm not even certain where you're going, my friend. And quite frankly, it's none of my business. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regretfully, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
What are you selling exactly?
Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits and the like. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
You're free to stay. Just mind yourselves.
Wonderful. Thank the kind lady, won't you, boy?
Thank you, kind lady.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Okay. First of all, let me just go ahead and give some gifts here to help free up some inventory space. Let's see, other... This one, I'm pretty sure is for Liliana, so I'm trying to, let me just remember how we do this. I think I go to their thing and then I gift. Yes.
That's a wonderful thought. I don't know what to say.
Let's see, oh, I think this is for Stan, right?
Unexpected. Thank you.
Yeah, I think so. And then we're getting like most of this shiny stuff. don't know if that one's for her. Hold off on that for now, maybe. Pretty sure this is for her.
I am grateful. 'Tis thoughtful indeed.
Is the tribal necklace for her? I guess probably.
A fine gift.
Yeah.
You have my thanks. Interesting.
Okay. I can't remember. I think the bracelet might be for someone else. I'll have to look that up later. And then these are for Wynne and Ogren, we don't have yet. So, okay. Oh. And let's see. Let us sell some stuff to you now.
Anything I can do for you, please tell me.
Oh, so what's your story exactly?
Well, if you're really interested, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you. I am originally from Orzammar, the famed dwarven city that lies beneath the stately Frostback Mountains. I was a merchant there, too. Merchant caste. These things are in the blood, you know. You can't just leave them behind. I ran a fairly successful business. Rare artifacts, you know. Old things, grand things. The nobles loved them. Reminded them of the lost glory days, I suppose.
Lost Glory?
Our kingdoms once spanned the length of Thados, from majestic Orzammar to Kalsharok to glittering Darmalin far to the west. They say the gold and silver veins ran so thick through the stone of Darmalin that the entire city sparkled. The Darkspawn took it all, of course. One by one, the old Tigers fell, and then all that was left was Orzammar. But we were talking about how I ended up here, weren't we? One day, a noble woman came to my stall. She looked around for a bit and then started shrieking in dismay. Apparently, she believed that a pair of braces I had for sale once belonged to her brother. He'd been lost in a cave-in, you see, while on an expedition to clear out the Darkspawn from one of the tunnels running close to the city. They were made specially for him. They're unique, she shrieked. He stole them from my poor brother's corpse. She had me arrested on the spot, of course. Nobles, they're touchy like that.
Well, I can understand why she was upset.
Well, I didn't steal them. You see, I'd been paying these castless thugs to venture out into the deep roads for me. The lost tigers. They're full of things that people left behind. Sometimes you can find a treasure. Something worth a little gold.
I see.
The noblewoman, she wasn't too happy with the theft of her brother's braces. I don't know what they planned for me, and I didn't want to find out. Bribed the guard that was watching me and took off for the surface first opportunity I got. Never looked back.
You're quite lucky to have done so well.
I thank the stone every single day. Now, is there anything the boy or I can get you?
You didn't mention your son in your tale.
Ah, yes. I'm married to a fine woman back in Denerim, it's true. She'd give me a son if she could, but that's not likely to ever be. Sandal here. I found him in the deep roads years ago. Abandoned, I think, and he was never quite right in the head. I took him in, and I brought him with me when I came here to the surface. He may not be my blood, true, but I think of him as one.
We left Orzammar.
That's right, boy. Maybe one day we'll see it again.
So you got a free helper?
Better than him living in mud and hiding from Darkspawn and Deepstalkers, isn't it? I was glad to take him in. It's not as if I don't benefit, mind you. Turns out the boy's a natural working with enchantments. He might have even been lyrium-addled. I never thought of that before, to be honest. Happens sometimes. He can work an enchantment into just about anything, however, given some time. Could probably open his own shop, if he knew how.
Enchantment.
Well, he does seem to enjoy it, at least.
But where do these goods come from? Not the deep roads.
Look, we don't rob people, all right? We don't take things from people that need them. The things in the Lost Tigers, what good did they do lying there? I brought them back to Orzammar, where people could look at them and remember. It's not all that different up here. There are places long abandoned by the humans everywhere. Even more now with the Darkspawn coming.
What do you mean?
People flee from the Blight with good reason, but they forget things. Things with value and meaning. They leave them behind because they're frightened and desperate. And sometimes, my boy and I, we find our way to these places before the Horde descends, and we save these things. I take them away so the Darkspawn don't get them. Is that so bad? They destroy everything they touch.
Everyone has to make a living somehow.
That's what I tell myself, too. Ah, these are dark times indeed. Dark times, my friend.
Alright, let me see your wares.
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
I mean, I'm not one to judge. I go around looting everything that's not nailed down. Anyways, let's see. Let me just sell some stuff here first. I'm not selling any armor yet because I need to take a look at some of my companions here. Let's see though. I think that's about it to sell for right now. Let's see what you got. You got a backpack for me, I think? Yes, thank goodness. No, we're not gonna do any of these DLC gifts. So it kind of unbalances things, makes things progress along way too fast, or like you can dump your approval really fast if you want to. Let's see. I feel like I just gave her a necklace like this, but okay, we'll pick it up. You don't have any recipes for me, right? Would that be over here? Yeah, I don't have any recipes. Got some really expensive stuff we'll have to save up for here. I don't think any of this is particularly worth grabbing. Some of this stuff might be worth getting at some point, but I don't have a whole lot of money right now, so probably should just save it. Oh yeah, Sylvan's Mercy would be worth eventually grabbing, but we don't have quite the money right now. Okay. So then let me real quick just check up on everyone's. Actually, is everyone, we don't have any level ups waiting around, do we? Oh, Griffin has a level up apparently. Oh, a couple level ups. Okay. Let's see. Let's put up your Constitution. Strength. That'll probably be good. And then we get one here, so we can either do Shred. So an automatic critical hit, and it is bleeding, or we can stun most nearby enemies. I think I'll go for Shred. And then, let's see, anyone else got level ups? Yes, Alistair does. Oh, that's right, we were waiting on him to get a more higher level to get another skill on him, or not skill, ability. Everyone else is good. Okay, so let's just throw on some, see if any equipment we want to throw on. Probably need to take a look. I think I put stuff on Liliana, but I don't fully remember. Yeah, let's give you this. And then that's good. Okay. You got a decent amulet. Yeah, and I'll have her amulet, so that's good. Oh, let me give the necklace to to Morgan here real fast.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
And then let's look at Sten. Sten probably needs some stuff here. Oh yeah. Let's get you the best two-handed weapon we have, which I guess is this sword here. Ooh. Ooh. There we go. And then you need a helmet of some kind. This one, I guess. Probably gonna be the chainmail for you. We do not have the helmet to go with all those. I don't know if that one has a set bonus or not. Let's see. I think that's gonna be good. And then what amulet do we have for you? I guess. Probably this would be best for you. I don't have anything else for you, unfortunately. But we'll probably find some more stuff here soon. And okay, let me get you again.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
So let me just sell this clothing real fast. Honestly, probably just sell most of this stuff just to make space. Just keep the cool stuff here. See. And then let me just buy some flasks while I'm here, I guess. So I can do some crafting, buy like 20. Oh, and okay, not quite buy this Sylvan's Mercy, but probably next time I come to camp, maybe I'll be able to. I think that's it there. Let's just see if we have any enchanting we want to do.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
What enchantments does he do?
He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Right, let's see.
Enchantment!
I don't think... yeah, so I think all the ones we can enchant right now, no one has equipped, so no point really in doing that, so we'll just hold off on that. But at least I completed the quest, so get it out of our log. Okay, let's go ahead and save. And then we can decide where we're going to go next. Well, I'm not entirely sure who I want to take with me, to be honest. Depends on where I'm going. But I guess for now I'll just throw in Alistair.
Indeed.
So I'll just throw this crew back in for now, but I'm gonna decide where I'm going here and then maybe change who I'm taking with me. Okay, so we are here at Lothering. And the first place I imagine that Visella would want to go to is Redcliffe, because she's gonna put most of her faith in getting back with like the nobility of Ferelden and everything. That's what she would be most inclined to do. So even though we're a bit closer to the Brazilian outskirts, I think she would be going toward Redcliffe Village, and we don't really have anything else particularly close by here. I can't remember when exactly we get like the quest for Shale. I feel like it shouldn't be that far along. I'm not missing anything here, right? I mean, yeah, we just have the quest from the one guy. I thought we usually get the quest for Shale pretty soon, but maybe... Oh, I think maybe it's an encounter on the way. I can't remember exactly. Because I know she is found down, like, around Redcliffe, if I'm not mistaken. But anyways, so if we're going to Redcliffe, we definitely want to take Alistair. Yes. And then... I think we'd hold off on taking Morrigan... because, you know, she's not really going to be the best, going to be able to give me the best impression when meeting with nobility. Same thing with Sten. So I feel like she'd probably be inclined to take Alistair, Liliana, and Griffin at this point, so that's what we'll do, and that'll work fine. Then we got one of each class and a dog, so we'll go with that, I think. And we'll head on to Redcliffe Village. Probably get an encounter on the way here. Yep. Oops, dark spawn, okay. And you should be all, I think should be set up here pretty okay here. Alright. We got an alpha, and oh, we got an emissary, okay. Let me have you go on the emissary here and knock him over. And then, oh, let's have you go and charge at the alpha, and then you can stay on the alpha and I will help with the emissary here. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. Okay. Resisted my cold. Let me mind blast. This one's around us. No. And then we'll start taking these guys down. A little group heal here. I didn't realize Liliana was taking so much damage. Crap. Ooh, there you go, Liliana. I guess the alpha's been hitting her. Hold on, let me just kill this one real fast. Oh shoot, Liliana, take something. Take a big one, please.
Yes, glorious.
There you go. There we go. Okay. Crisis averted. Oh, we've got some archers over here.
Push them back!
I'm actually amazed no one triggered any traps. There's traps all around us right now. Ooh, Alistair needs some healing.
That's anything. I never liked this part.
Oop, what am I doing? Like nothing for.
They. I'll make them praise.
Okay. Liliana, let us get rid of this minefield, please. Oh crap, you can't disarm these? Okay. Then we'll just have to be really careful here as we walk around. Oop. There's a lot of traps all around here, okay. Unfortunately, she does not have high enough trap skill to disarm all these, so that kind of sucks.
Right ahead.
Alright, anything else in here?
It is begun.
Okay, let's head out.
Trap right ahead.
Thank you, Liliana. Alright. Redcliffe.
Look, Can we talk for a moment? I need to tell you something. I, should probably have told you earlier.
Yep, getting this conversation now. I'm not going to like this, am I?
I don't know. I doubt it. I've never liked it, that's for sure. I told you before how Al Eamon raised me, right? That my mother was a serving girl at the castle and he took me in? The reason he did that was because... well... because my father was King Marek. Which made Kaelin my... half-brother, I suppose.
This is where Visella gets very interested. Doesn't that make you the heir to the throne?
Maker's breath, I hope not. I don't think so. You don't think so, do you? I'm a bastard. And nobody even knows about me. I would have told you, but it never really meant anything to me. I was inconvenient, a possible threat to Kaelin's rule, and so they kept me secret. I'd never talked about it to anyone. Everyone who knew either resented me for it or they coddled me. Even Duncan kept me out of the fighting because of it. I didn't want you to know as long as possible. I'm sorry.
Does Logain know?
Why wouldn't he? He was King Marek's best friend. I don't know if that means anything, though. I certainly never considered the idea that it might ever be important. At any rate, that's it. That's what I had to tell you. I thought you should know about it.
We can use this to our advantage, actually.
Oh, no, I don't like the sound of that, if that's where you're going. It was made very clear to me early on that there's no room for me on the throne. And that's fine by me. No, if there's an heir to be found, it's Al Eamon himself. He's not of royal blood, but he is Kaelin's uncle, and more importantly, very popular with the people. Though, if he's really as sick as we've heard... oh no, I don't want to think about that. I really don't. So there you have it. Now can we move on? And I'll just pretend you still think I'm some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens.
Let's see... and what does that make me?
Some nobody who was too lucky to die with the rest of the Grey Wardens. Welcome to the club.
Alright, the cat's out of the bag on that one. So now she's gonna be very interested in Alistair. Gonna be batting her eyelashes at him, just like Morgan was talking about earlier. Anyways, Alistair doesn't know what's coming for him, honestly, but, what was I thinking about? Oh, yeah. When you think about it, it's kinda a bit problematic when you think about it that, like, they knew Alistair was, like, potentially needed as, like, an heir to the throne. If anything, you know, happened with Kaelin, or he wasn't able to have a kid or whatever, but then they put him in the Grey Wardens, which essentially makes him infertile, I'm pretty sure, according to the lore, so that's kinda... yeah, because when you think about it, when we put him on the throne, it's like then presumably he can't have a kid, so then who's his heir eventually gonna be? I don't know if we'll ever, like, I wonder if we'll ever get to the point where that becomes important in the story, because I know Dragon Age 4 is probably gonna take place so far north that everything in Ferelden doesn't really matter. But I wonder if ever eventually we'll get far enough in Dragon Age, like, timeline that stuff will start to need to be resolved. Who knows? Because Anora, too, if she's, like, takes the throne, she also, whether it's with Alistair or not, like, she's also supposedly, like, fertile. And then if we're married to Alistair and take with him, then we're, like, infertile, too, right? Because we're Grey Wardens, so we have no idea about any potential heirs. So that could be a big issue in Ferelden's future. But anyways, not important right now. So let's go talk to Thomas here.
I thought I saw travelers coming down the road, though I scarcely believed it. Have you come to help us?
I'm on important business, so I need to see Arl Eamon.
Oh. Then you don't know? Has nobody out there heard?
I've heard Arl Eamon is sick, if that's what you mean.
He could be dead for all we know. Nobody's heard from the castle in days. We're under attack. Monsters come out of the castle every night and attack us until dawn. Everyone's been fighting. and dying. We've no army to defend us, no Arl and no king to send us help. So many are dead, and those left are terrified they're next.
Hold on, what is this evil that's attacking you?
I don't rightly know. I'm sorry, nobody does. I should take you to Ban Tegan. He's all that's holding us together. He'll want to see you.
Ban Tegan, our Lehman's brother. He's here.
Yes. It's not far, if you'll come with me.
It's Thomas, yes? And who are these people with you? They are obviously not simple travelers.
No, my lord. They just arrived, and I thought you would want to see them.
Well done, Thomas. Greetings, friends. My name is Tegan, Ban of Rainisfere, brother to the Arl.
I remember you, Ban Tegan, though the last time we met, I was a lot younger and covered in mud.
Covered in mud? Alistair? It is you, isn't it? You're alive! This is wonderful news.
Still alive, yes. Though not for long if Tern Loghain has anything to say about it.
Indeed. Loghain would have us believe all Grey Wardens died along with my nephew, amongst other things.
You don't believe Loghain's lies?
What, that he pulled his men in order to save them? That Cailan risked everything in the name of glory? Hardly. Loghain calls the Grey Wardens traitors, murderers of the king. I don't believe it. It is an act of a desperate man. So, you are a Grey Warden as well? Is it possible we've met? You seem very familiar.
You may have known my father, Tern Kuzland.
Ah, yes, that's it, exactly. A pleasure to meet you indeed, though I wish it were under better circumstances. You're here to see my brother? Unfortunately, that might be a problem. Eamon is gravely ill. No one has heard from the castle in days. No guards patrol the walls, and no one has responded to my shouts. The attack started a few nights ago. Evil things surged from the castle. We drove them back, but many perished during the assault.
What evil things are you talking about?
Some call them the Walking Dead. Decomposing corpses, returning to life with a hunger for human flesh. They hit again the next night. Each night they come, with greater numbers. With Cailan dead and Loghain starting a war over the throne, no one responds to my urgent calls for help. I have a feeling tonight's assault will be the worst yet. Alistair, I hate to ask, but I desperately need the help of you and your friends.
It isn't just up to me. Though the Grey Wardens don't stand much chance against Loghain without Arl Eamon.
Of course we'll help.
Thank you. Thank you. This means more to me than you can guess. Thomas, please tell Murdoch what transpired. Then return to your post.
Yes, my lord.
Now then, there is much to do before night falls. I put 2 men in charge of the defense outside. Murdoch, the village mayor, is outside the chantry. Sir Perth, one of Eamon's knights, is just up the cliff at the windmill, watching the castle. You may discuss with them the preparations for the coming battle.
I'm on my way.
Very well. Luck be with you, my friend.
Alright. Let's go
Let
chat
us
it up
pray.
here. Ooh.
Blessed art thou who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his
I shall do
forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed
yet?
is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the
They're
holy
gone,
flame.
dear boy.
May the chant
Gone
reach the
on a
Maker's
long
ears
trip.
and tell him
When
of
will
our
they be
contrition.
back? I miss them. Be brave, young man. Your parents would want that. We need you here to protect the rest of us. Yes?
I guess I can do that.
There's a good lad. In the morning, we'll look for your parents. In the morning.
Yeah, you're not gonna find anything.
I fear most for the children. They are so frightened. It breaks my heart.
I don't like being in here when the monsters come. Everybody gets really scared.
I love how all the children sound like exactly the same in this game, pretty much. Anyways, let's see.
You are a stranger amongst us, yet you still agree to defend our village in its darkest hour. We are most grateful to you.
I have my own reasons to be here.
Which doesn't include protecting innocents. Regardless, I am grateful the Maker brought you to us. Allow me to introduce myself. I am revered Mother Hannah, head of this chantry, which for the moment is a place of refuge for these poor villagers.
How awful this must be for you all. Is this everyone who's left?
All those who cannot defend themselves, yes. They are terrified of tonight's attack, and I fear these walls will not keep them safe. What can I do to help with your task?
Just how safe is the chantry?
It is the sturdiest building in the village. The women, elderly, and children will stay here during the battle, while the militia and knights protect them. They set up a barricade outside the chantry to keep monsters from getting inside. If anything gets in, Ban Tegan is our only defense. Please, have mercy. Help these people. Do whatever you can.
I would like your blessing, Mother.
Of course, child. Blessed
I mean,
art
can't
thou
hurt, right?
who exists in the Maker's sight. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed art thou who seeks his return. Blessed is the prophetess, his daughter, sacrificed to the holy flame. May the chant reach the Maker's ears and tell him of our contrition.
Alright. Now that we're blessed, let's
I'm
continue
scared,
on.
Mother. When are the bad men coming?
Soon, darling. Don't worry. Everything will be all right.
I want to go home. Where's Father? Why can't we go home?
I already told you. Father is outside defending the village from the bad men. We must stay here and be brave. Can you do that?
No, don't stand right in her, Alistair.
Why has the king not come? Surely soldiers could have marched here by now. Where are they all? What are they doing?
Well, most of them are dead. And the rest are in Logain's power.
Good day.
Oh, we don't have anything for you right now. Oh yeah, I think you're one of the widows we deliver a letter to later, so... My early condolences right now.
You're a
or
great
maybe
warden,
this is
right?
the one.
Were you in Ostagar? In the
Oh no, this
Korkari
is...
Wilds?
Oh, that's right, this is
My
the
husband
lady.
and son went there to bring the chant of light to the chastened. But I haven't heard from them since.
Yeah... Are you Jeddah?
I am. You've heard of me?
Got some bad news. Your husband and son are both dead.
I thought that might be the case. Thank you for telling me.
I should go. Be well.
Maker's blessings upon you.
Yeah, I took the stuff. But you didn't even know there was stuff to begin with, so it's not that big a deal.
I'm so scared, Father. What are we going to do?
Silence, girl. Do you want the children to hear you?
But night is coming. The monsters will return and we sit here and wait for them.
We have no choice. We must pray and hope for the Maker's compassion.
I just hope everything will be all right. So many have already died.
The Maker will judge us by how we meet our deaths. We must be brave and sing the chant of light with Mother Hannah.
The blight comes again, and Ferelden is doomed. What are we to do?
I don't know why you're focusing on the blight when you got a bit of a more immediate issue right here, right now, but anyways, hey Caitlin.
Sorry, am I bothering you? I'll try to be more quiet.
Who are you?
My name's Caitlin, my lady. Pardon my manners, but are you really a Grey Warden? Honestly?
Where'd you hear that?
I overheard someone. I don't remember who. You're so pretty, I never thought... I mean, I never expected... Never mind. Are you going to help us? Everyone says we're going to die tonight.
Seems I don't have much choice.
I can't even sleep. I close my eyes, and I see my mother being carried off. What have we done that the Maker allows this to continue?
So you're worried about your mother?
I'm not worried about her. She's dead. I wish it wasn't so, but it is. It's my brother Bevan. He ran off, maybe tried to leave the village. I'm so scared those things got him.
What would you give to find him?
I have nothing. Everything we owned is in our house. If you found my brother, I would be eternally grateful. Oh, please, couldn't you look for him? I'm begging you.
Where would he go?
I thought he'd be at home, but he never came when I called him. If he doesn't come back tonight, I'm just so afraid for him.
Alright, well I didn't really say I would do it, but we got the quest anyway. Let's see. Out. Everyone's getting ready.
You in charge now?
Not really, no.
I wish Owen would relight the forge. He's our only hope now.
Yeah, we'll deal with him here in just a little
No
bit.
sign of them coming back from the castle, Murdoch.
Let's save real fast. Be safe. Okay.
I don't want a surprise attack before the sun goes down.
Yes, sir. What should we do until then?
Pray, and hope for a miracle.
The king's dead, I hear. And the rest of Ferelden's in a civil war. So nobody's gonna come, are they?
Nope. I'm your best hope.
So you're the Grey Warden, are you? I didn't think they made women Grey Wardens.
I don't think Darkspawn care who kills them.
If you hadn't noticed, there aren't Darkspawn around these parts. Not yet, anyway. We aren't gonna turn aside anyone who wants to help, though. Don't take me for being an ingrate or nothing.
Well, we do want to help however we can. You can trust us.
Name's Murdoch, mayor of what's left of the village, providing we aren't all killed and hauled off to the castle tonight.
We can go. Should I persuade here? I guess I might as well. Have faith, good man. We will defeat this evil together.
I hope you're right. I've been trying to hold us together, but it isn't easy. Anyhow, you're here, and they tell me you're in charge.
Oh, so I guess I am kind of someone in charge here. Okay. I mean, I guess she would have some understanding. Maybe that morale is important, even if she doesn't really personally care that much. But she does want to put on a good show, at least, for people like Bantegan, win their trust, get back in the political game here. Anyways, how is morale?
Morale's about what you'd expect. These men aren't soldiers. They're villagers defending their homes, and they're frightened. It would help if we had decent equipment. There weren't enough swords in Owen's shop, and the men's armor is nearly falling off. I don't think we're in any shape to fight. We'll do our best, of course, but, well, I have my doubts. I just hope I'm alive tomorrow morning.
Have some questions?
Oh? Ask away.
Where can I get supplies?
If you want weapons and such, you'd go to the blacksmith, but there isn't much left there.
There's nowhere to actually buy or sell things.
Commerce isn't exactly our biggest concern right now, but you might want to speak to Lloyd at the tavern. I wouldn't trust him, though.
I love the way he says that. Anyways, tell me what's happened here.
Don't rightly know. We heard the Arl was sick and getting worse, but after a while we heard nothing at all. A few folks went up to the castle to see what was going on. They couldn't get in. Nobody was there, not a soul. And then those horrid creatures attacked the village. They were everywhere, people dying. It was awful. Good thing Ban Tegan was here.
Do you know anything about Arliam's illness?
No. I know the Arlessa sent the knights out for a cure. You can ask Sir Berth about it. He was one of them.
Oh, was that the guy that we talked to earlier? I can't remember. Anyways, discuss something else.
All right.
What can I do to help?
We need what little armor and weapons we got repaired, and quickly, or half of us will be fighting without either. Owen's the only blacksmith who can do it, but the stubborn fool refuses to even talk. If we're to be ready for tonight, we'll need that crotchety bastard's help.
Why does Owen refuse to talk to you?
His daughter, Valena, is one of the Arlessa's maids, so he hasn't heard from her since this whole business started. He demanded we attack the castle, break down the gate, and force our way in. I said it was impossible, but he wouldn't listen. He's locked himself in the smithy now. I can't force him to do repairs. He said he'd rather die first.
Is there anything else you need?
We could use some extra bodies. Having a veteran like Dwyn in the militia would help a lot, but he flat out refuses.
Tell me about Dwyn.
He's a trader, a dwarf, lives near the lake. Locked himself up in his home with some of his workers, he has. Says he doesn't need any of us. We could use somebody with his fighting experience, but he won't come out.
Carry on then.
Right. Let's hope we see morning.
Alrighty then, Oh, I think I just saved it. I don't know, I'm saving again already. Anyways, just habit, I guess. Let's go up here first. Because we got cutscened away, so we weren't able to look around and whatnot. And loot everything in sight. What's up here? I think this is the tavern, right? Yeah. Hey, Bella.
Another doomed soul come to drown their sorrows here, I see. If you came here for a drink, you'd have to talk to Lloyd. He's got a vice grip on the spigots. I'm just here to keep the boys from mutiny.
Shouldn't you be at the chantry?
Later on, yes. Lloyd will lock himself in the cellar, and I'll go to the chantry. Are you fighting tonight?
Yes, I am.
That's good to hear. I didn't know that.
So how's business been?
What business? Without the castle soldiers, the only customers we have are local. And they're all in the militia with no money to spend. The few with any money are here, but it's not enough to justify working. Lloyd's a greasy pig. And if I didn't need this job so badly,
You don't care for Lloyd, I take it?
He gropes me and pays me next to nothing. But I suppose it could be worse. Not like I've got many options.
I could talk to Lloyd about this.
No, that'll just make things worse. And that's very sweet, but I'll be fine.
How about a raise then?
I'd like that. And maybe we could talk after the battle tonight. If we're still here, that is.
I should go.
Keep safe.
I haven't actually noticed the elf yet, so I feel like it'd be kind of weird about it right now. Let's talk to him fast.
Not looking for company.
Strange seeing an elf here.
Elves aren't allowed to travel?
I was just curious at all.
I'm not here to talk.
There's something about this man's demeanor. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But you do, don't you? I know a spy when I see one.
Look, you're very pretty and all, but I was told to... just leave me alone.
What do you mean? What were you told to do?
Nothing. Nobody told me to do anything. Just because you're a Grey Warden doesn't mean you can go around threatening people.
This'll be easier if you just tell me what you're hiding.
But I never... Oh, all right, I'll tell you. Just don't hurt me. This is more than I bargained for. Look, they just paid me to watch the castle and send word if anything should change. But they never said anything about monsters. I haven't even been able to report anything since this started. I'm stuck, same as you, I swear.
Who are they? Who hired you to do this?
A tall fellow. I forget his name. He, said he was working for Hal. Arl Rendon Hal. He's an important man, Terran Logain's right hand. So I didn't do anything wrong.
So you know how this happened? Tell me now.
I don't know anything about these creatures. When the Arl got sick, I got scared that people would think I was involved. But I swear I don't know anything about it. They sent me to watch. Maybe they knew the Arl would get sick. I don't know.
What are you supposed to watch the castle for?
Just to report any changes, honest. All I could send word about was the Arl getting sick. After that, monsters started coming from the castle.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
Here, this is a letter from them. It has instructions and everything. Keep it, do whatever you want with it. I just thought I was serving the king and making a bit of coin on the side. You have to believe me.
I think you should help defend Redcliffe tonight.
Oh, all right. I'll do it. Thank you for your mercy. I won't forget it.
Keep your enemies close. Anyways, let's go talk to the greasy pig here.
Hello there, friend. Can't say we've ever met before. Stranger to the village, I take it. Haven't had many travelers lately. All this nonsense is bad for business. Bet you regret coming, yes?
I'll be leaving shortly anyway.
Oh, did you just come for a quick sip of ale before you go? I could use the business. So, what'll it be? You are here to drink, I hope.
Who are you anyway?
Name's Lloyd. So, why'd you come to the village now? The roads can't be all that safe, not with a war brewing.
I came to see Earl Eamon.
Well, you must have been mighty surprised. He's not exactly talkative these days, eh? Something else I can get for you?
Answer a few questions.
Fine. Make them quick.
Shouldn't you be helping defend the village?
Why? When them creatures attack, I lock myself in the cellar. Just batten the hatches and wait it out. What's the point in getting myself killed with all the rest of them? If that makes me a coward, then I'm a coward.
Either die fighting the militia or die now, your choice.
But Van Tegan said we didn't have to. He said... Fine, I'll go. But all of this better be here when I get back. I don't want the place drunk out from under me. Blasted bloody...
Oh, oops. I didn't get a chance to... shit, I forgot to... I guess I should have looked at his wares first before I made him do that. Oh well. At least we got some more people to help out with the fight now. Maybe after the attack I'll get a chance to come check out his wares here. Anyways, what are you guys doing?
No matter how much ale I drink, I can't quite forget the sight of those creatures.
We just come here to try and forget what's happening. Murdoch don't like us being here, but what can he do about it?
Maker's blessings on you tonight. Hopefully, we all make it through.
Alright. What if I talk to you again?
I see you got that bastard Lloyd to join the militia. It's about time he did something to help out. I guess this puts me in charge. Poor Lloyd will have an apoplexy just thinking about it, eh?
What do you know about that elf in the corner?
Not much. He's very quiet. Says his name's Beric and he's here to meet his brother, but I think he's lying. He's a bit creepy. Keep safe and come back anytime. I won't lock up until near sundown.
Wait, did I have an option to buy stuff
What
from
can
you?
I get you?
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. Let me see what Lloyd stored in the back. You can help yourself.
Okay, good. I can still do some business here. Let me see if you got anything for me. Oh, she just gives me stuff. I don't have to pay for it at all. Sweet. I'll take it all then. Thank you, Betta. Oh, yep, I'll take everything she lets me have. Why not? Thank you very much. Alright, let's see. Anything else to grab in here? Nope. I don't think we can go upstairs, so that's it. Okay. I'll head out, and I think Owen's gonna be our next stop. Right across the way here. Oh yeah, we gotta give something to you, right?
Yes? What can I do for you?
I have a letter for you from the Blackstone Irregulars.
I knew this time would come. I should have listened to my wife. Don't sign that paper, she said. They might pay you a few sovereigns now, but they'll be back. Blast. I'll see you on the front lines, I suppose.
Bookshelf. Lockbash? Yep. That's alright, Liliana, I got it. Let's see. Oh, is this not? I guess this isn't Owen's place. Oh, I think, is it like further along right here or something? Oh yeah, maybe it's up here.
You're such a handsome dog. I think that every time I look at you.
Oh.
Lady Cecily, I lived with her after my mother died, had a dog. A small one bred to fit under the arm and in the lap. What did you name it? Oh yes, Bonbon. Oh, Bonbon was a terror. He would hide, you know, when he saw you coming. And then he would attack your ankles. Rather sharp teeth in the ankles. Very painful. He attacked me once. Latched onto my leg. I thought it was a diseased rat and kicked. Bonbon flew across the room and over the banister. He survived. But he never came near me after that.
Yeah, I don't really get much of the banter with our dog, because I don't usually take him along too much, because he doesn't really, because I usually prefer like the human, well, not human, you know, but the humanoid, I guess we'll say, companions. So it's kind of nice having him along for a little bit now. Oh no, I guess I completely misremembered where the blacksmith is. Okay, anyways, hey Sir Perth.
Greetings, Grey Warden. I am as relieved as Ban Tegan is to see you here. I must admit I do not know quite how to address you. Is my lady sufficient?
Okay, sorry about that. My lady would be proper. I am a Terran's daughter.
Very well then, my lady. I am humbly at your service. I am Sir Perth, until recently in direct service of Arl Eamon of Redcliffe. For now my charge is defending the village from these evil assaults. Would that I had chosen not to seek out the urn of sacred ashes. Perhaps I would have fended off whatever evil befell the castle, or perhaps I would be dead. Ah well, with the Grey Warden aiding our defense, perhaps all is not lost.
Is there anything I can do to help?
We have sufficient armor and weapons, but my knights are too few to stand against the monsters without assistance. Perhaps you could approach Mother Hannah in the Chantry for some holy protection against these evil creatures. Otherwise, I do not know what else you could provide beyond your own talents. We're as prepared for the onslaught as we could possibly be, all things considered.
Is there anything else you need?
No, nothing comes to mind. If you have not spoken to the Mayor, Murdoch, you should. His militia is far more in need of aid than we are.
I have some questions for you.
Ask me whatever you wish.
Tell me about the quest for the Sacred Urn.
When the Isle fell sick, we were at a loss. Nothing worked to cure him, and he just kept getting worse. Finally, our lesser Isolde came up with a plan. The Urn of Sacred Ashes is a legendary artifact said to hold great healing powers. If found, it might save him.
They say the followers of Andraste smuggled her ashes out of Tevinter and hid them in Ferelden. The urn's never been heard of since.
We knights volunteered to seek it out. Few of us have returned. Many are still out there, unaware of what is happening here.
Just what was the Earl sick with?
We were never certain. He thirsted for water and then grew weaker and weaker. He brought in a mage, but even that did nothing. The Arlessa believed he was cursed and that we needed the power of Andraste herself, or he would surely perish.
Why did the Arlessa believe anyone could find the urn?
The Jarl once employed a scholar, Brother Genetivi. He had proof the urn was in Ferelden, or so I was told.
So the knights left the castle defenseless?
Not at all. A great number of soldiers remained in Castle Redcliffe. I wonder if they perished there and were transformed into these things. The thought chills my blood.
Carry on.
As you wish, my lady. Maker watch over you.
Right.
No word from the castle?
No, all is still, as it has been for days. And it is an unnatural stillness, as though there is naught in there but death.
Say no more. The Jarl lives, and I will not listen to your inauspicious chatter. Why would Mother Hannah deny us the Maker's protection? I do not understand.
It is good you elected to help defend the village, but I doubt we will make it through the night.
No, come on. Don't be a self-fulfilling prophecy now.
If only Mother Hannah could help us, it would be good to know the Maker is on our side.
Very well.
Oops. Ross's grace for Leliana. A tree for my dog to piss on. Wait, do I have to select him? There we go.
Oh, it's sort of like coming home again, but with more undead.
It shall be done.
Can't go through here quite yet. So let's go see if there's anything to grab up here. Oh. Hey.
Greetings, miss. No monster sightings yet. There's still time before sundown, though.
What is... Oop. Oh, it just takes me to this area, okay. I was like, I didn't think I'd be able to actually go anywhere there. Hey, Thomas. You doing alright out here?
I can't believe how relieved I was to hear you're helping us. Maybe we do have a chance tonight.
What are you doing with your face, dude? It's weird. Okay. I guess there's nothing else up here. Okay. Let's head back down. So, where is Owen again? I guess he must be down here somewhere. Oh, there's Bearwood. He came out here.
I can't believe I'm going to fight. That's what I get for mixing myself up in all this.
Yep, serves you right. And there's Lloyd.
Well, I'm here. I'm cold. I'm certainly gonna die. Hope you're as amused as Murdoch is.
Very much amused. Maybe you will die and then Bella can inherit the inn, which I think is the thing. Is this... Oh, I think this is the blacksmith over here. Okay.
It is begun. I could do that for you.
Oh. Oop. I need to grab it.
Go away. Curse you. Leave me in peace.
You've already taken everything out of my stores. There's nothing left.
Is this Owen the blacksmith? I need to speak with you.
Huh? Who is that? What do you want? I've been through enough.
I'd prefer not to speak through a door. Can I come in?
All right, all right. Let me undo the locks. All I ask is that you don't make any trouble.
Maker's breath. What is that smell? It's like someone set a brewery on fire.
Somebody's been drinking.
So I let you in. You wanted to talk. Now we're talking. Mind telling me who you are?
Sorry about that. Phone was ringing for a second. Anyways, tell me who you are. My name is Visella, a Grey Warden helping Van Tegan.
A Grey Warden, is it? It takes all kinds. Anyhow, my name's Owen, though you might already know that. Care to join me as I get besotted? Or is there something in particular you wanted?
What do you know about what's going on?
You mean why are these creatures attacking the village? Obviously something wicked corrupts the castle. My daughter used to tell me the Arlessa was up to something, hiding things from her husband. I told Velena she was imagining things, but maybe the Arlessa was involved in something. Blood magic, maybe.
What else did your daughter say?
She thought the Arlessa was having an affair with some tutor she hired for the boy, Connor. I never listened much to her talk about it, though I wish now I had. It doesn't matter anyway. She's lost to me, and I can't do anything about her warnings now.
What do you know about the Arlessa?
Only that she's an Orlesian girl from beyond the Western Mountains. Far too young for our Arl. That's what I say. And too proud and headstrong from the sounds of it.
You think the Arlessa made Arliam sick?
I'd never make such accusations. But maybe, if she was using foul magic, then maybe she just did at that.
Have you told anyone about this?
Of course not. And who would I tell? And what good would it do now, eh? I just wish I'd paid more heed to my girl.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
The militia needs your help desperately.
Why should I help Murdoch when he won't help me? My girl, Velena, is one of the Alessa's maids and she's trapped up there in the castle, but the mayor won't send anyone for her. She's been my life since my wife passed on 2 years ago. Now she's dead. Or soon to be. I don't care what happens to me or the village or anyone!
So you intend to drink yourself to death?
Why not? It's not like we're going to live past the night anyhow. Or are you going to save us?
I think you can save yourselves.
Is that so? Maybe it's the drink talking, but you almost sound like you believe that. Tell you what, if you want me to do repairs for Murdoch and his men, promise me you'll go into the castle and find my daughter.
And what if she's dead?
It would be better than going to my grave wondering.
I'll do my best.
Not good enough. Murdoch said the same damn thing. And I didn't believe him either. I want a promise. Promise me that you'll look for her. That you'll bring her back to me if you can.
I promise you I'll find her.
I'll accept that. It's something to hope for, at least. Right then. It seems I have some work to do relighting the forge, and I suppose I'll have to find some iron. Maybe at the mill. Oh, Murdoch just better send his men here as soon as possible if I'm gonna get to all these repairs and get them done by nightfall. If you need anything done, well, just let me know. I've got a lot to do now, so you'll have to excuse me.
Alrighty then. Oh.
Hey, I see you found my hiding place. I stuck some old equipment in there before Murdoch could get his hands on it.
Can I take it?
I don't think there's anything you'll need in there.
Whoa, what am I
But
floating?
it's hard to say. I was in a bit of a rush when I
Oh,
found
it's
it
just the
up.
camera angle. Okay, for a second there, it almost looked like my character was floating up. Anyways, couldn't the militia use this?
Not if I'm going to repair the equipment they have. That stuff is old, anyhow. Yeah, let me open it for you. I have the key.
Thanks. I will take all that, thank you. I can sell it if nothing else to fund my mission, my travels. Okay, nothing over there. Okay then. Do you... Oh.
I must admit, it feels good to be up and doing something finally. There's no way I'm sobering up before morning, however.
Let's talk business.
Right. I haven't got much, obviously, but I'll do whatever I can for you.
Okay, I was like, I think we can buy stuff from him. Let me just see, what have you got? Anything interesting here? Not really, okay. Fair enough. Okay, let's go tell Murdoch about that.
Well, it looks like Owen's finally doing the repairs we need. The damn fool is falling over drunk and still manages to make smithying look easy. Good enough, I say. I'll inform Bantig and the militia is ready to fight. We'll give those bastards a welcome they won't soon forget.
We're not only ready, Murdoch, we're going to win.
I hope you're right. We may just be village folk, but we're going to fight like there's no tomorrow.
I'll be back. I need to check on something.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
Yeah, I need to go check out the rest of the village here and see if I can get Dwayne to fight here. Let's go over here. Grab this death root real fast.
As you say.
Caitlin's home. Go find her brother here. I think. Pretty sure he's just hiding in here. Yep. When you approach the dresser, something moves inside. You hear a short surprise and take a breath, and then silence. Hello, is someone in there?
Go away. This isn't your home. This is my home. My home, you hear me?
Vevin, is that you?
How do you know my name?
I can say I'm magical. I spoke to your sister in the chantry.
Did she tell you to take me back to the chantry? Don't make me go back there. I hate that place. I hate it.
Why do you hate the chantry so much?
Everybody's scared. But they tell me I shouldn't be scared. And they tell me I shouldn't be sad that Mother died. I don't want to be sad. I'm brave. I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to fight them off. I will.
From in there?
No. I just heard you coming and I guess that's not very brave of me, is it? I'll come out now. All right. I came out. You won't hurt me. Will you? I'll go back to the chantry if you really want.
Is this your house?
Yes. It was my mother's house. She's dead now. And Caitlin said we have to move away if we survive.
So what were you doing in there?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
Are you sure? Maybe I could help you.
You could. Alright, I guess. Father said I could have his sword when I grew up. It was Grandfather's. And Grandfather was a great dragon slayer. I thought, if I was brave like Grandfather, I could use his sword and kill the bad people who took Mother.
Where is this sword now?
In the chest. In Mother's room. Father gave me a key, but I'm not supposed to give it to anyone.
But I could use that sword to help the village.
I guess you're right. I should help defend the village, shouldn't I? Father would have if he were here. Oh, alright. Here's the key. I hope you use it to kill a lot of those bad people. I should go back to the Chantry. Good luck.
Right. I'm gonna acquire a new sword. I can't remember if it's actually any good or not. I think it's maybe one of the ones you can enchant, if I'm not mistaken.
It is begun.
So that would make it reasonably worthwhile at least.
I shall do it. Very well.
Yep. Enchantable one is decent. How does it compare for Alistair here? Oh yeah, it's better than what he's got. Yep, okay. Here you go, Alistair. Alright then. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and save here, and then I am going to take a break real quick, and when I get back I will finish up going through the village here, and then we'll face the night attack. But anyways, thanks you for watching, and I will see you later.